So-Called Heroes by Bobbly-Wop. I'm a monkey, and a slippery one at that. I live in a world known as Tall Mountain. I'm not the only monkey here. I have a friend, though he tends to be mischievous. We often play together and have lots of fun. However, while he likes to stay at our favorite playing spot, I really enjoy the feeling of wind on my face, and no better place to do that but the very top of the mountain. I'm not always there, mind you. It's dangerous, and if you fall off, you're done for. One time, when I was enjoying the view on top of the mountain, a strange fellow came up to the platform where I reside. How did he look? I don't really remember. He had a mustache and a red cap. Or was it green? Or yellow? I can't really seem to recall. When the stranger reached my platform, he took a minute to gaze around, to see his surroundings. I could already see he thought the same as I knew. Falling off at this height would be fatal. Finally, his eyes found me, and I could see them widen a bit. This wasn't the first time he'd seen a monkey in this world. I did remember my friend telling me about a weird-looking person grabbing him after my friend tried to take the person's cap. He wouldn't grab me, would he? I thought. I haven't done anything to this person. Even as this thought ran through my head, the stranger started to move towards me. Oh no, I've got to run. I've got to get away from him. Panic started to spread throughout my body. As he got closer to me, I backed away, until I felt the fence against my back. Only one thing to do. Even as I leaped, I could see the surprise in his face. He didn't expect me to make such a move at this height. I remember when me and my friend would play tag, I would always escape him, and he had never been able to catch me, since I'm the most agile of the two of us. I was brought back to reality when I landed on the ground a little distance away from the stranger. He was getting impatient. He started sprinting towards me, and I skillfully dodged to the side, then leaping over him again when he made a sharp turn towards me. This time when I landed, I only just managed to look over my shoulder before I was tackled and brought to the ground. He leapt towards me as I landed? The thought seemed almost ironic, beaten at my own game. I was so afraid. What was he going to do? As I was being held in a tight grab, the only thing I could come up with was to talk my way out of it. Ow! Let me go! I was only teasing, can't you take a joke? My heart pounding, I could barely hide my fear, but perhaps if I could strike a bargain with the stranger, he would let me go? I'll tell you what, let's trade. If you let me go, I'll give you something really good. So how about it? Oh, what was I saying? I didn't have anything, at least nothing of value. Oddly enough, the stranger holding me seemed to weigh his options. He looked at me, and then looked at the path where he came from. An idea seemed to form in his head. He finally looked me in the eyes, let go of me, and motioned me to follow him. For a second, I thought about running away as fast as I could, but I knew it would be useless. The stranger would catch up to me, and who knows what he would do this time. I slowly started to follow him, wondering about what he could want from me. He was walking down the path he came from, and I slowly followed. Turning a corner a little distance down the path, I saw it. Just between the path you take to get to the top of the mountain and the waterfall flowing from the mouth of the top of the mountain was a basket. Or a cage would probably fit the description better. In it was a star, a beautiful star, looking at us. I had heard about these. They're power stars, and they're used to power some sort of magical castle, but I always thought it was a myth. The stranger looked at me, and then at the cage with the star, then back to me. I knew what he wanted me to do, and looking at his body type, I could figure out that he clearly wasn't able to reach it himself, or at least not safely. Wow, he must be some sort of hero then, I thought. Does that mean he's going to save a princess as well? So he needs the stars for that? Therefore, he needed me to get the stars? Wow, how cool is that? Maybe I'll be a hero as well then. The hero placed his hands at his sides and looked at me, almost impatiently. This is suicide, I thought. But if it's for a noble cause, and if it makes me a hero, or a sidekick at least. I took measure and leapt onto the cage. It shook a little and fell under the increased weight that was me. I gave a little shriek of surprise as my standing ground suddenly disappeared. As I fell towards the bottom of the waterfall, I caught a glimpse of the hero. He didn't look at me, he looked at the cage. I don't remember where I landed. I don't even remember feeling that I had landed. In any case, there I was, at the bottom of the waterfall, water pouring down and continuing further down the lake. I could see the star. The cage had broken and the star was dancing freely at the base of the waterfall. Funny, that's where I first met my friend. We shared a banana and then played until the sun had set. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel. The roaring sound of the waterfall was subsiding, and now my vision was getting darker as well. Emotion? What is it? It's a figure? The hero. He had descended the mountain, and now he came for me. Wait, he didn't even look at me. He went straight for the star? But I helped him. I was heroic, like him. Because heroes help people, don't they? The last thing I saw before my vision faded was the hero grabbing the star and then vanishing into thin air. So, is this what a hero does? Forces people into doing favors for them? Favors that are too dangerous for them? These so-called heroes? Why? I don't... That was So-Called Heroes. Final thoughts? A pretty good story. I really don't have much to say. This was pretty much what I asked for in a story. It's an interesting take on something that's already in the game, made into a short and well-written story. Although I didn't find it personally all that creepy, I can completely see how people would, and it works just fine for what it is. As for how to improve the story, I don't think there's much improving that needs to be done. I think it pretty much lived up to the potential the story had. All around a good read, and I'm happy for it to be the very first non-Pokemon creepypasta on my show. Join in again next Saturday when we tackle yet another non-Pokemon creepypasta written and sent in by the fans with Chop. If you want to write your own story, help peer edit stories, or just read the stories early, check out the description where you'll find a link to the creepypasta section of my forum. You'll also find the playlist of every creepypasta I've read on the show. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, sweet dreams.